John promised you that he would let you see Jared.
Yeah, but I don't just want to see him. I want to get him out of here. Lieutenant, are you done in there? Can I take my son home?
I'm afraid not, Charlie.
Well, what's the charge?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, then if you're not going to charge him...
I didn't say that. You can talk to him if you like.
I brought a coffee for Jared. Is that okay?
Of course.
John, you must know that Jared didn't kill that man. I mean, he couldn't do it. It's just not who he is.
I don't care what John says or how many nasty headlines that you want to print. Because I believe there has to be some sort of explanation for this so-called incriminating evidence. Plus that I trust my husband.
You know what? You deserve everything you get from this. Because it's bad enough that you married this guy after you tried to scam the family. Now you're trying to bankroll his defense. He's guilty. He murdered his cellmate, period.
Jared didn't murder anyone. He didn't even... They were not cellmates. He didn't know the guy.
You should have dumped him at the first sign of trouble, Natalie.
Oh, really? Like you did to Taya? Well, I thought you loved her.
It's none of your business.
But you know what? Okay, I want to... Let's just pretend something, okay? Let's go back down to the basement of the KID house when, you know, the gas was seeping in and we both thought that we were dying. Why don't you tell your best friend Blair here why you didn't tell Todd that you were married to the surfer dude?
I had my reasons.
You had your reasons, that's it? That's it? Come on, Taya, you're a lawyer. It never occurred to you that Todd might get a little pissed off once he found out, because you knew he was going to find out sooner or later, didn't you?
You know what? You're right.
I know.
It was my fault. It never occurred to me that his jealous ex-wife would stoop so low. I mean, it's obviously you're in love with him. That's never going to change. But the fact that you thought you could win him back by sandbagging...
I don't want Todd back, Taya.
So you keep saying. And I'm really glad to hear that, because as much as Todd may hate me, he wants no part of you. Oh, he's very clear on that. Oh, God. If you could have heard the things he said about you, you would have died. You know, Todd, he can be so brutal. But, he was very clear on this one thing. You will never be more to him than a sloppy toss in the cabana.
I was speaking to a colleague. He ran the mayor race in Pittsburgh.
He? I thought you were from Lesbania, if you know what I mean.
He happens to be a friend.
And part two?
Is where we capitalize on Vicky Banks' drop in the polls and organize a press conference and host a caucus of liberal organizations at Dorian's home. Does that sound like a part two to you?
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Nick Chavez. I'll be covering for Miss Breslin while she's on maternity leave. We still have a couple of minutes, so talk amongst yourselves.
He's cute. Remember what happened with the last cute teacher?
This one's mine, Starr.
Will you give it a rest? It's okay.
She probably already heard that he's G-A-Y.
Are you serious?
I saw him on the news talking about same-sex marriage. He's like head of the GLAC.
Actually, it's the LGLA, the Llanview Gay and Lesbian Alliance. And yes, I'm a member. And if any of you have any questions about it, feel free to talk to me about it after class. Because we're here to talk about American studies, and according to Miss Breslin's notes, you folks have a test today. But it's my class now, so let's take a vote. Who wants to test? All right, I'll take that as a no. So let's just talk. Let's talk about the Supreme Court. How has the dynamic on the court changed since Justice Souter's retirement?
I guess they're doing okay.
Hands? Oh, look at me. Dude, come on, you're scaring me. Hey, it always works with my cousin.
Stop crying.
Dude, I changed her, I fed her, I don't know what's wrong.
So text Starr.
No, I can't. She has to know that I can do this. No, stop. No.
Relax. I'm calling 911.
Yeah, so your folks are walking in on a paramedic comforting my screaming love child.
Right. Not a very good idea. When they realize that you're a package deal, they're gonna freak.
It's them. What do we do? The only thing we can do. It's open. No.
Okay, let's not do this, okay?
It's easy for you to take the high road after that crack about the cabana.
Let's not talk about the cabana. I don't think it made either of us very happy in the long run.
You know what? I'm all for that. Let's not discuss the cabana, but what shall we discuss? Oh, I know. How about we discuss why you didn't tell Todd that you were married to Ross?
None of your business.
Oh, yeah? That's where you're wrong again, Taya. You tried to marry my children's father, which means everything about you is my business.
You know, even if that were true, my past has no bearing on my future, Blair.
I don't
None.
care about your past. It's your motives that I'm most interested in. Why keep Ross a secret? Huh? That's what I just don't quite get. I mean, you know, we both know Todd's been married before a couple of times to you and a couple of times to me. But why weren't you just right out there in the open with him? Why didn't you tell him? I mean, I'm sure he probably wouldn't have been happy about it because, I mean, then again, he did leave you on the island with Ross, so what did he expect? But you didn't tell Todd. Which makes me wonder, what is it about that marriage to Ross that you don't want Todd to know?
I thought you loved Taya, that you believed in her.
No, I did believe in her, and I trusted her totally until I found out she was lying to me.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Who are you? 'Cause I thought you were my Uncle Todd, the one who lies to everyone in his life, his wife, his kids, his sister.
I've changed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were perfect now. No one told me.
Not perfect.
Well, that's good. That's a relief, because it's a lot of pressure to have no mistakes.
But there's a difference between making mistakes and deliberately lying to someone.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right, but there is also usually a reason.
Yeah, I don't care about excuses.
So you don't even know why she lied?
I don't need to know.
Yeah, but you should give her a chance to explain. I mean, there might be more to it.
That's not the point.
You know what? You're right. The point is that you don't love her enough, because if you did, then you would know she had a good reason. And then you would give her a chance to explain it. Like your daughter has. On many occasions for you.
That's different. I'm her father.
No, Todd, love is love. And I love Jared enough that I'm going to give him a chance to explain himself.
And if he's guilty?
He isn't.
You're gonna have a hell of a lawyer to prove that. And as I said, Taya's not available.
Fine. And then I'll find somebody else. All I do know is that I am not throwing my husband out without giving him a chance to defend himself, because no one deserves that. Not even you.